What's up, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mel, aka Satanic Potato, and today we're gonna take a look at parts of a video with the title Why It's Racist to Be Colorblind. I got my bleach, so let's do this shit.
So today we're gonna talk a little bit about colorblindness. Not physical colorblindness, but racial colorblindness.
Alright, well at least it's not literal colorblindness, because that would be fucking retarded.
A lot of people grow up nowadays under the assumption that it's a good thing to be colorblind, which means that you don't judge people based on their race.
Yeah, lots of people think that not judging people based on their race is a good thing. And you wanna tell me, let me guess, not judging people based on their race is actually racist. Bring it fucking on.
And I can understand how people would be like, well, duh, that's how you solve racism.
Well, if everyone were to not give a shit about someone's skin color and treat everyone equally, then yeah, it would solve racism. However, we are all human, and some humans are fucking retarded. So sadly, we will probably not entirely get rid of something like racism. But anyways.
Besides, racial prejudice seemed to be the cause of past injustices against people of color, right?
I don't know. Is the existence of prejudice the cause for racism? Maybe it is, but probably there are more factors to consider than the existence of prejudices. I know there are prejudices against black people, for example, but I would say that I'm not a fucking racist, mostly because I know that prejudices are just that. And not to be taken seriously.
However, the problem with this idea is that it assumes that racial prejudice no longer exists.
What? Say that again, please.
However, the problem with this idea is that it assumes that racial prejudice no longer exists.
So you're saying that treating people equally assumes that racial prejudice doesn't exist? What? How the fuck did you come to that fucking conclusion? Like seriously, how can not treating people differently because of their race mean that you assume that racial prejudice doesn't exist? The only thing that it means is that you are not a racist. That's fucking it. To say that because I don't treat people differently because of their race means that we as a society ignore racism is fucking stupid. How can you even justify that position?
Which, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that's not the case.
Well, no fucking shit, it's not the case.
The idea of being colorblind has made race a taboo subject to talk about.
How? How can saying I don't treat people differently, no matter what race they are, be equivalent to we shouldn't talk about racism?
The act of talking about race has become racist in itself, which I think stems from a fundamental misunderstanding that a lot of people have about racism.
Or it's because you are making a complete strawman argument against not treating people differently because of their race.
First off, it's okay to notice race.
It's okay to notice race? Well, no shit! How can you literally not notice race? That's like saying, it's okay to breathe air. How has this ever been a fucking argument?
As much as people try to assert that they don't see color unless they're physically blind, then pretending not to see someone's race is pointless.
Yeah, it is pointless. But that's not the fucking argument here. The argument is that it's not about seeing race. It's about not acting differently to people of other races. How can you not see the fucking difference there?
For example, I'm a mixed race Asian American. That is an undisputable fact about me.
And I'm German, so fucking what?
I don't have a problem with people noticing this about me because it's not a bad thing to be.
Well, no shit, it's not a bad thing. Assuming it's a bad thing would be fucking racist. In fact, having a specific race is a fucking neutral thing to be, because you are not better or worse because of it. How often do I have to make this fucking argument?
Personally, I get a little skeeved out when people try and pretend that my racial identity doesn't exist at all. When someone says something like, you don't seem like a black person or an Asian person or whatever, meaning that person defies the societal expectation of what that race should be, then that's actually really racist.
You're telling me that taking racial prejudice seriously is racist? Well, thanks, Captain Obvious.
First off, that denies that person's racial identity and experiences.
Treating people equally denies your identity and experiences. What? I'm sorry, but this is too fucking stupid. If you want to watch the entire video, the link is in the description. I'm gonna end this here before I start to literally drink fucking bleach. What are your thoughts on the subject? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. See ya! Bye!